Assalamu alaikum. Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel. Today we plan to go to MADINAH al Munawaraah. Medina is the second holiest city of the Muslims located in the western part of Saudi Arabia. Our journey today is to see firsthand the historical sites written in Islamic history with gold scripts. First we go to Masjid al-Quba. The Quba Mosque is the first mosque built by the Prophet Muhammad in Medina. The Quba Mosque was built on the spot where the Prophet Muhammad's camel first set foot when he arrived in Medina after the migration from Mecca. So, after praying at Masjid al-Quba, we set off for the next historical site, Uhud. The Battle of Uhud was a historic battle fought in the third year of the Hijrah between the Quraysh of Mecca and the Muslims, who had set out to avenge their defeat at the Battle of Badr in the second year of the Hijrah. Uhud was the second battle in the life of the Prophet Muhammad, who migrated from Mecca to Medina. Now we are going to see the Masjid al-Fasa, located at the foot of Mount Uhud, and the cave where the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, who was injured in the Battle of Uhud, hid him from his enemies. The Battle of Uhud was the most gruesome battle in which the Prophet Muhammad was injured. Rumors spread during the battle that the Prophet had been killed. Blood splattered from the front teeth and ankles due to injury in the Battle of Uhud. The injured prophets were hidden inside this cave at the last moment. Now we go to the layer called Masjid Qiblatain, which means a mosque with two Qiblas. After the Prophet arrived in Medina from Mecca, the first Qibla direction for prayer was facing Masjid al-Aqsa. It was only after 16 months that the divine message was received to change the Qibla to the Kaaba in Mecca, as instructed in the Quran. After receiving the instruction to change the direction of prayer towards the Kaaba, which was a place of deep affection for the Prophet implemented it during prayer. This instruction came when the namaz was half finished. He then turned towards the Kaaba and completed the prayer. At one point the prayer was directed in two different directions, and from that time on the mosque was known as Masjid Qiblatain, which means the mosque with two Qiblas. Now we are going to the Masjid Bani Haram. This is the site where the house of the respected companion Jabir ibn Abdullah used to stand. The mosque and its surroundings are a place that has witnessed a lot of history. Now we are going to visit the site where the Battle of Khandak took place. Even after the migration from Mecca to Medina, the Quraysh had begun to move against the Muslims. Although the Muslims were victorious in the Battle of Badr in the second year of the Hijrah, the Quraysh achieved a partial victory in the Battle of Uhud. This gave them confidence. The Quraysh began to move to form an army of all those who were hostile to the Muslims with the aim of entering Medina and attacking the Muslims. They were also promised a secret aid in the form of a decisive victory. Prophet Muhammad, who learned of the Quraysh's plan to form a coalition army, began to take measures to counter it. A Persian companion named Salman al-Faris suggested the Persian tactic of digging a trench to counter cavalry. The Muslims who adopted this began to dig a trench around the city of Medina. The trench was dug on two sides north of the Salah hill. The rest of Medina was filled with soil from an ancient lava flow that was impassable for horses. The rest of the area was covered with dense trees. Construction of the trench completed, the Muslims prepared for battle and awaited the coalition army. But a great danger that lay within Medina. On March 31st, AD 627 5, the coalition army, ready for battle, reached the border of Medina. The coalition army, led by the Quraysh, arrived with a clear plan to attack Medina with about 10,000 soldiers simultaneously via Juffa and Uhud. The Muslim army was only 2,000 strong. Crucially, the Jewish tribe of Banu Qurayl, who had a peaceful alliance with the Muslims living within the city of Medina, had also received a promise that they would break their agreement and join the coalition army. This house you see is that of Sayyida Fatima bint Hussein. Fatima bint Hussein was the daughter of Imam Hussein. The remains of the house of Fatima bint Hussein are still there, which is an important ziyarat place to visit in Medina. The house and a well inside it were built by Fatima bint Hussein herself when she moved from the house of her grandmother, Fatima bint Muhammad. This is what I see. The Urwa bin al-Zubayr Palace in Medina is a notable historical site, according to Visit Saudi, known for its connection to the early Islamic period. While not explicitly stated to be 1400 years old in the provided search results, it is described as a testament to early Islamic architecture and a symbol of resilience and vision, situated in the heart of Medina. This is Masjid al-Jumma, located in Medina, holds historical significance as the place where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, led his first Friday Jumu'ah prayer after migrating from Mecca. The mosque is situated in the Wadi Ranuna region, approximately 2.5 km from Masjid al-Nabawi and 900 meters from Quba Mosque. This is Gar's Well, also known as Bir Gars, is a historic well in Medina, Saudi Arabia, deeply connected to the life of the Prophet Muhammad. It's known for its association with the Hijrah and for being a well the Prophet favored for its fresh water. The date farm of Salman al-Farsi, also known as the Garden of Salman al-Farsi, is a historic site in Medina, Saudi Arabia. It is significant in Islamic history as the location where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions helped Salman al-Farsi gain his freedom from slavery by planting 300 date palm trees. The garden is located near Masjid Quba and is known for its lush palm trees and rich heritage. Today is a Friday, so we ended our journey at 11 a.m. Later, after freshening up, we reached Masjid al-Nabawi to attend Friday prayers. Masjid al-Nabawi, also known as the Prophet's Mosque, is one of Islam's holiest sites and holds immense historical and religious significance. It was established by the Prophet Muhammad in Medina after his migration from Mecca. Initially, it was a simple structure built with mud bricks and palm tree trunks, serving as a community center, prayer hall, and school. Over time, it has undergone numerous expansions and renovations, reflecting the architectural styles of different Islamic dynasties. The International Fair and Museum of the Prophet's biography is visible ahead. What we see now are the Gamama Mosque and the Abu Bakr Siddiq Mosque. Masjid al-Gamama and Abu Bakr Mosque are two historic mosques in Medina, Saudi Arabia, with close ties to the Prophet Muhammad and his companions. Masjid al-Gamama marks the location where the Prophet Piba led Eid and rain-invoking prayers. Abu Bakr Mosque is named after the first caliph, Abu Bakr, who continued the tradition of leading prayers at this site after the Prophet's passing. Masjid Abu Bakr, also known as Abu Bakr as-Siddiq Mosque, is an ancient mosque in Medina, Saudi Arabia, named after the first caliph, Abu Bakr. It is historically significant as the site where Abu Bakr led Eid prayers following the Prophet Muhammad's tradition. The mosque is located southwest of Al-Masjid an-Nabawi Prophet's Mosque and is believed to have been established during the Umayyad era. Now we are going to Jannatul Baqi. Jannatul Baqi, also known as Al-Baqi Cemetery, is a historical and significant Islamic cemetery in Medina, Saudi Arabia. It is the resting place of many relatives of the Prophet Muhammad, including his wives, daughters, and other close companions. The cemetery holds deep religious and historical significance for Muslims worldwide. After that, we head to the legendary Battle of Badr. The Battle of Badr, a pivotal event in early Islamic history, took place on March 17, 624 CE, 17 Ramadan, 2A, near the town of Badr in present-day Saudi Arabia. It was the first major military encounter between the Prophet Muhammad's followers, the Muslims, and the Quraysh tribe of Mecca. Despite being significantly outnumbered, the Muslim army, with around 313 to 317 men, achieved a decisive victory against the Quraysh's force of approximately 1,000. This victory, attributed to divine intervention and the strategic leadership of the Prophet Muhammad, strengthened the Muslim community Ummah and marked a turning point from a defensive posture to one of stability and expansion. Thank you all for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.